Hey Pisces, I'm David and welcome to my channel. I'm here to do your reading. Sorry for being late of getting this up. I know this month been pretty hectic for me, so bear with me. If you're new to tarot, please keep in mind this is a general reading, so it might not resonate with all of you, but if it does, please feel free to take it. Let's go ahead and Knight of Swords showing up as your current energy. Being crossed by the King of Swords. Next, we have the position as what should be your focus. Next, we have the moon card in your recent past. Then we have the Six of Wands in your strength. Next, we have the King of Pentacles in reverse as in your your near future. Next, we have the Nine of Wands and what should be your suggested approach. Followed by the High Priestess in reverse, as in what else you need to know. Followed by the Lovers as your hope or fear. Ending with the Ten of Wands in your potential future. So let's jump into the story, see what's going on or what's happening here. So starting off, we have two, the Knight of Swords, vicious, action oriented, driven to succeed. Being crossed by the King of Swords, head over heart, discipline, truthful, honest, mental clarity. It seems. Hmm. So with the Knight of Swords being crossed by the King of Swords, this makes me feel like this is like a kind of like a desire Pisces, where I feel like you want. I feel like with the Knight of Swords, I feel like you, in a sense of like dating, like you're determined to find a potential person, or I mean, I guess it could be work related, where you just overall, overwhelmingly, you would like to find people that you can like really trust in. And I feel like with you're a little bit determined to find that people, or and love specifically is like you're determined to like date or find a person that's meant for you. But it being crossed by the King of Swords is making me think. Well, you have to be careful in the sense of you just can't ignore some of the red flags that you identify within people. So you kind of like stuck in this. Maybe you have like past experience where you like giving your trust to someone or love to someone, and that those people let you down. So you like carrying all that past experience with you, to help better guide you throughout these new relationships or these new people that you want to meet. Overall, you just want to be able to, be vulnerable with whoever you decide to give a chance to work with. Moving on, we have the magician, action, create, creation, manifestation, power, self confidence. I feel like with the magician card coming out here, it's kind of like like is for me is resonating as like you're gonna have or you have the power to create whatever or attract whatever you want with into your life. It's just gonna require you to, like, I guess, put yourself in some scenarios where you're able to meet new people or be willing to um remove people at the same time that's not meeting you where you need them to meet you. Um, your recent past, we had the Moon card, which is very like an intuitive card in my opinion. We have illusion, um, mystery, dreams, intuition. I feel like with that, that is sort of what like I think of Pisces. To be honest, overall, with like you guys are very like intuitive, like not always emotional, but you're definitely like connected to your thoughts and you like can pick up on like I guess messages without people necessarily saying it. So maybe there's some instances or some people in your past or maybe in your near future where you feel like I don't really feel like I can trust them 100%. Pay attention to that, right? Because I feel like that's why also with the King of Swords, it's telling you like listen to your mind, like head over heart. Don't just like I guess fall for being bum. Like pay attention to what any like red flags that's coming about or that's triggering within your mind. That's that's meant to protect your heart. So continue to do that. Next, moving on, we have the Six of Wands. As your strength card, public recognition, victory, progress, self confidence. Yeah, I feel like like this is just an acknowledgement and to me of Pisces that you're gonna track whatever you want, right? It's just like you have enough experience and you are attractive enough to attract the mate that you want. It's just gonna take some time for that person to come in. And that could just be dependent on like with the magician card, like what type of scenarios are seeing you putting yourself in to attract these people. If you are say going to the same say gym and you're not seeing anything or anybody different that's seen as potential, maybe this could be a suggestion of like go try out a different gym to see if there's somebody else in a different scene. Or it could apply. Excuse me, it could apply to anything. Like say if this is alert. I mean, excuse me, if this is work related, say if you're not attracting or you're not achieving the success that you want, or even like you're not working with the type of people you prefer to work with, maybe this could be like a potential like um alert for you to potentially consider changing companies. I know that's not easy for everyone, but if you just have a like an overall desire where you want a certain type of work culture to that you desire to fulfill you, and also this could like I mentioned it could be like personal related like a potential partner. It just seems like you just have to make sure you're creating the possibilities for you to be able to attract these people, or and if you're surrounded by or locked in a current situation that's not fulfilling you um or fulfilling your needs, potentially consider changing that. Moving on to your near future, we have the King of Pentacles in reverse, greed, indulgence, serial loss, stubborn, Yeah, I feel like with the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, it could be excuse me. It could, like I mentioned, it could be for some of you where you feel like what you're doing for work or the company that you're working with is not really serving your or fulfilling your needs, or there's some type of um there's something that you're not getting. Whereas some of you seem like you're gonna be making a change there, because that's why I feel like the financial loss is kind of King of Pentacles in reverse. Where some of you might consider changing jobs. Also with the Knight of Pentacles, this could also be like a acknowledgement when it comes to like um personal relationship related, that you might not, if you desire um someone that say is well off, that might not be something that you would necessarily get. Maybe this person don't have or earn, or may not earn like millions of dollars, or don't have a high income, but they have enough to sustain themselves. So maybe like they like in a middle type of income level. So maybe that's something that you should consider. Like maybe if your standards are too high, but again, like I'm saying that with cautious, because it's not um it's not fair for anybody to try to set expectations onto the next person. So it's just something for you to evaluate for yourself, whether or not you setting your standards way too high, or if there's some type of concessions you can possibly make. Moving on to your suggested approach, we have the nine of wands, courage, resistance, test of faith, resilience, boundary, last stands. Yeah, I feel like with the nine of wands here as your suggested approach, at the same time what I just said about your standards is also like confirming like that don't mean lower your boundaries. Don't let just anybody, don't fall for any foolishness that you just that doesn't really serve you. Continue to maintain your boundaries. It's gonna take it's gonna take some patience for you, Pisces, in the sense of like if you have certain things that you care about, such as you want to make sure your person very nurturing and supporter to your needs, and like trustworthy, there might be certain characteristics where like you might meet someone where they check two or of the three boxes. There might be more, and it's gonna be on up to you to decide whether or not you're gonna like hold off and wait until that the person that comes in that checks all three, or say if you have more that checks four or five of your I guess desires. But it's I feel like with the boundaries coming out or being represented by the nine of wands, is also like encouraging you to like honor that. At the same time, um it's going to be up to you to like make sure that you're not like I guess um conceding on certain things that you desire just so that you can be in connection. So it's going to require you to have a little bit patient, and for you to be honest with yourself, like what you care about, make sure you keep that in place. And if someone doesn't qualify or meet your need, then just keep going or keep some type of distance, because you don't want to overall disappoint yourself. Moving forward, we have the high pieces in reverse. Serenity, harm, hidden agenda, disconnected from Christian, withdrawal, violence, selfish. I feel like the high pieces in reverse, as in this type of scenario, it's it's giving me like a warning, like potential people who's gonna try to love bomb you. So be careful. And it's because with the high priestess in reverse, I'm getting like some for some of you Pisces, and it's kind of contradictory because I feel like you guys have very good intuition, but with the high priestess in reverse, it seems like there's a step back from that where if someone's gonna rush in, make you feel good, and somehow maybe through their words or action get you to overlook your own red flags or your own like things that's popping up that's sending you triggers, and ultimately they could just be attempting to like get you to ignore everything that's been, I guess, hidden in the background. So be careful. Don't try to rush into anything. Try to go at your own pace, right? If you think somebody is trying to, get some type of fast reaction out of you, just be careful because that could be a strategy of someone trying to manipulate you because you just want to be able to arrive to your own decision making on your own time frame. So just be careful of people trying to possibly love on you to get to bypass some of your own mental processing so that you don't find yourself dealing with someone who don't have good honest intentions for you and your overall relationship or dynamic. Moving forward, we have the lovers as your hope or fear. I think that's in this sense, it's kind of like self-explanatory. You want someone that you can fully invest in, right? And I'm using invest in because you just want to be able to give yourself, share your world with someone that you can fully rely on, develop a deep bond with, and you want them to do the same with you. You want like an overall what you have visualized for a healthy relationship where you fully allow someone in and y'all just build a life together and grow together. So to me, that's very straightforward. Then in and off, we have the Ten of Wands, which I feel like when it comes to this, and I think this is something that most people who have not been in a long time relationship kind of get surprised by, but I feel like is in this case, like maybe this it could be for some of you, regardless of who the person is that you desire and end up with, there are going to be some challenging moments, regardless who it is and when that person comes in, because people are um naturally changing over years and throughout time. Just don't think you're gonna find the perfect. You're gonna find a good foundation, like as a mate person that they meet all your check your boxes, or at least the minimum that you're willing to settle for. But that's not gonna be the end of it. There's still gonna be some challenges throughout your relationship where it's gonna require some hard work because you guys gonna, as two individuals, you guys still gonna grow and have some changes that you're gonna have to be prepared to like undergo those changes with the person. So it's not just gonna be like smooth sailing throughout the course of your relationship. If it is, that's wonderful, but more than likely there are gonna be a little bit of bumps in the road. So I feel like with the ten of wands here, it's just acknowledging that like at the bare minimum, just expect there's gonna be some challenging moments that you and your partner just have to be prepared to work through, and that's just part of the normal process when you enter into a relationship with someone, especially a long term relationship. Things might change throughout that time. But yeah, this is the message I got for you guys. To me, it's pretty straightforward here. I definitely understand your desire, your intentions here. Let me know if you got how you guys feel about this video. If you liked it, please consider giving it a thumbs up, leaving a comment, and subscribing to the channel. Besides that, I hope you enjoy the rest of your day.